On the Zoom call, we have Chinmaya Das, who is, and they'll introduce themselves, but he's our APAC lead from KSAP Technologies. And we have Ashraf Abdulghani, who is with Flow Logistics. And we also have Jay Prakash there, who's going to support the presentation. We're talking about an innovative WMS billing solution that we've implemented at Flow Logistics. But without further ado, I will let the speakers talk, and I will get out of the way. Hold your questions till the end because it's a little awkward to kind of speak into my laptop mic. But please, write down your questions. We'll definitely leave the last 10 or 15 minutes for the questions. And we'll ask our speakers to lean in and speak loudly because the volume of the microphones of the speakers is a little low. We can't do anything about it. It's just what it is. But if you can't hear them, please speak up so we can ask them to speak louder. All right. With that, team on the call, thank you so much. It's all yours. Chinmaya, maybe you want to start with an introduction?
And good evening or good afternoon, everybody. Say again.
All yours. Please go ahead.
Okay, let me start. Good evening, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Chinmaya Das. I'm from KSAP Technologies. Today I'm joined by Mr. Ashraf Abdulghani from Flow Progressive Logistics. Together we'll run our session today on a multi-source configurable billing engine for modern warehouse operations. As 3PL handling multiple customers' warehousing operations, warehouse billing is a very critical function. Today in this session we'll learn how as a 3PL from a manual billing process connected to heterogeneous warehouse systems, Flow Progressive Logistics was able to move into a more unified billing framework and benefit from our solutions in terms of getting the right revenue assurance and timely billing activities at the end of the month. Before we get started, let me briefly introduce myself, and Ashraf will do the same and will introduce our respective organizations as well. My name is Chinmaya Das. I'm currently leading the consulting practice for KSAP Technologies for the India, APAC, and Middle East markets. Over to you, Ashraf.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Good evening. This is Ashraf Abdulghani. I am the Chief Technology Officer in Flow Progressive Logistics. I'm with Flow from almost 12 years now, and coming from the development system background and system implementation for the ERP, landed with the Oracle implementation. All right, let me give you background about Flow. Flow is a Saudi company based. It's the logistic arms for the Sulaimani Group in Saudi Arabia, namely in Jeddah. It is serving the subsidiary company, sister company under the Sulaimani Group. So it is the logistic arm for any subsidiary company doing different logistics services. And recently, talking about 4 years, we exposed to the market for other than the subsidiaries in our group. So Flow offering different services in terms of the custom clearance, freight forwarding, transportation, cross-border, warehousing services, and last mile delivery. In the last mile, we are focusing on the parcel item delivery and also installation and assembly. So we have like one-stop shop for our customer. No need to bother himself for the day-to-day activity in terms of the logistics. So we are giving like one platform, one connected management as account management to serve our customer. So this is in brief what is Flow offering in the market. Over to you, Chan.
Yeah, thanks, Ashraf. As you know, as KSAP Technologies, we are one of the oldest OTM exclusive partners for Oracle. Founded in 1999, we provide transportation technology solutions, including OTM, GTM, and WMS to our customers. Together, we have delivered over 100 plus OTM and GTM implementations globally with teams across US, India, Mexico, and Europe. We also have our own accelerators and value-add solutions in the form of OTM Now, and this is one of those initiatives under the OTM Now platform that we have been able to deliver to offshore progressive logistics, the future billing solutions. With this, I will hand over to Ashraf to talk about why this initiative was undertaken, what were the current challenges that they had, and how that billing solutions or billing operations transform from the current manual process to a more system-driven billing framework.
All right, Tim. So coming to the, we can name it like challenges or a pain point in our operation. When we started our operation for the WMS customer, we started like a few customers only. And in that time, before 3-4 years, it was easy to manage in the manual perspective. But later on, when we onboarded multiple customers, complicated criteria, okay, and also we are offering like, we are like a partnership with our customers, so we are not dictating the billing and the pricing structure. We are together building that good pricing structure for them. So with the big portfolio in our side, we reach around 62 customers now, different criteria, complicated attributes, complicated pricing structure, then manual action as a day-to-day, it will not help. We face that practically end of the month, okay? Like operationally, from the operation perspective, the team need to collect all the 62 customer entry, scanning, all of that. Imagine how many scanning for the warehouse activity, how many action as a warehouse activity pays for the 62 customers, different customer, 2PL customers, 3PL customers, and they need to collect all the data. And you know, at the end of the month, with the rush of issuing the invoices, the accuracy will be a question for everyone. The delay in submitting the invoices, it will be also a discussion from the financial perspective. We are not, we were before the solution, you can say from 12 to 14 days to issue the invoice. So all of these challenges lead us to think about the solution. Also, when we issue the invoice to our customer with a question or comment on the accuracy part, it will be subject for credit note, and also will be subject for the collection, the right time collection for our money from the customer. So it will be like delay, and it will be a long AR aging in our side. So all these challenges lead us to think about the proper solution, which can help us from different perspectives. Now, when it comes to the solution, we think about the solution as 360. What we mean by 360? We have different stakeholders. We have commercial team who is dealing with the customer for the pricing structure. So in the commercial level, we need to standardize our pricing structure, which is fit to our solution. So we build like unique attributes, unique pricing structure. And this uniqueness and standardization, it will help both of us from technology perspective, from commercial, that will not be like outside these boundaries. It will be like a quick onboarding, and it will be clear for everyone that the commercial team will enter the pricing based on the agreement. This is the first stakeholder. The second stakeholder is the finance team. Finance team, whatever entered by commercial team, they need to review and approve all the rate cards based on the contract. So here, by this approval, we will serve the audit purpose like 4I principles. Who entered this, who review and approve this transaction, and who is dealing on this transaction from operation perspective, from technology perspective. So this, all of this solution added to the recent billing cycle, and this is the entry point. So we define all the contracts, we define all the pricing structure, different mood for the attributes. If it is fixed charge, variable charge, like warehouse activity based, all of them were defined in the solution. It will be like pick the item from the menu, define the rate cards, and based on the, from the back end, based on the warehouse activities, which is inbound, storage, outbound, the system will read all these transactions based on the inventory history. So we are translating the inventory history, multiply it with the defined rate cards, then we will have the billing calculation. So all of this information will be based for us for operation use, for IT use, if anyone needs a report from what has been done in the system, and also it will serve the end customer if we need to justify why it is $1,000, not $950. So it is like everything captured in the system, multiply on the rate cards, which is in the agreement. So everything is clear according the POC, according the agreement. This is the beauty of the existing system. And on the top of that, maybe this is also a tricky part in our landscape. In our business, we have Oracle WMS, and we have another WMS which is used for the automation, mechanical system by Schaefer, a Germany company. So we have non-Oracle product also. So when we design the system, it reads from the Oracle Direct, and it reads also from the non-Oracle product. So this one was a challenge for us in the solution, which is now under the operation. We built it that we can read also from non-Oracle product in certain technique, and then we can calculate all of this. So going to this dimension, data related, data integrity, the calculation engine, financial integration, after we have all the calculation made in the system, it will go to warehouse manager to review it. It will go to the warehouse director to approve it. Then in the state, it will go to the AR system as integration with finance. So no one from finance team needs to enter the invoice. It will reach from this solution as integrated transaction, ready for the invoice submission to the customer direct.
Thanks, Ashraf. So let me introduce the billing solution that we have implemented. So essentially, it is a cloud-based, secure, scalable solution built on using Oracle effects and deployed on customers for flow progressive logistics OCI infrastructure on top of their EMEA layer. It unifies the operational and storage billing related transactions enabled by multiple parameter based billing engine or rate contract setup, thereby delivering a solution which eliminates manual interventions and standardizes the processes. The solution is built on a premise that everything should be standardized and not a custom ad hoc solutions for each warehouse or customer. The entire design and the thought process was to standardize the rate structure, standardize the billing calculation methods, the entire process from receiving the transaction details all the way till the financial AR process. If you look at the framework that we designed for this implementation, in one hand, as Ashraf mentioned, they have different WMS systems, not just Oracle Cloud WMS. So the system was designed keeping in mind to receive feeds from different source of warehouse transactions. It could be Oracle WMS or OneMass or other WMS, including if any there are cases where there could be manual transactions. Those things can also be received from the system. So the billing engine functionality is derived based on receiving transactions from multiple sources of data. Maintenance of the rate contracts, the rules for doing the calculations for deriving the charges, and on the outbound having the ability to generate the invoices and through the interface transfer into an AR system, in this case a Fusion AR. But the system is designed in such a way that it can be connected to any other financial system if the customer wants to send to different financial systems. So this is the broader unified billing framework that we have used in this implementation. And if you look at the mechanics of how this automated calculation happens, initially the first thing is obviously maintenance of the data, right? The parameters, the contracts, the rate cards, the logic for calculations, and based on the receiving, shipping, or the space utilization. Then receiving the data itself, the transactional, the various activity-based component that is the warehouse is performing for various customers, applying the rules based on the customer contracts and doing the calculations, and finally generating the invoices in an automated fashion, giving the users the ability to review, audit, and confirm before it is processed to the financial system. So this is the overall mechanism that we have implemented as part of this solution. Now let's look at some of the system billing engine in action, right? As I said, this is a standardized solution that we have implemented across multiple sites involving standardized set of rules, service catalogs, area calculations, and processes. At the start of the process is the entire process of updating or getting the right contracts set up in the system. The solution was designed in a way that it can cater to different types of rate structures based on the activities, warehouse activities for different customers, currencies, effective and expiry date, and the basis for rate calculation. And the way the system was designed, it is future-proof in this sense, like tomorrow you have a different revision to the rate card or a different rate basis, or for that matter, a new customer, a new site, and you would like to utilize the existing billing module. Everything is driven through a configuration and not a custom solution that you have to build in for every customer or every site. So all those factors were considered when the system was designed, and the interfaces, the UI is created, which can be utilized for different customers, different rates, structure, and different sites. In terms of operational processes, as and when the warehouse operations are taking place, these transactions, whether it's a receiving transactions, put away transactions, shipping transactions, everything is interfaced to the billing engine on a real-time basis. And on a daily basis, users have the ability to review what all activities have taken place, what are the kind of charges that the system is calculated. So quality of the data plays a significant role, right? So we have given a process where the users are able to come and on a daily basis across all the customer sites, review the data and make sure that whatever you have performed on the warehousing systems are reflected in the billing. At the end of the month, the finance manager, finance directors have the ability to view the data on a consolidated basis, as well as have a detailed breakdown of how the charges are calculated. And if they're satisfied with the entire output of the monthly billing process, they can confirm, and this triggers the backend process wherein the system automatically creates the necessary AR transactions and interfaces with the AR system without any human intervention. It's just based on a confirmation, and there are inbuilt validation, check-in validation rules set up in case of any exceptions, in case of data mismatch, or in case of any deviation. It flags for the users to review and reconfirm. It also has a monthly invoicing report, basically where you can see the by company, by facility, what are the invoices generated, and the period of the invoice, the amount of the invoice, status of the invoice, whether it is already completed, is pending. So it's a quick view wherein the finance users will be able to see what invoices are being generated out of the system. We also have an analytics and dashboard for this entire application, which gives a control tower kind of a view to the users, wherein they can track the pending invoices, confirm invoices pending confirmation, and also do other kind of analytics in terms of knowing the value of the invoices, the revenue by customers, and so on and so forth. Now the results. Now with this, I'll hand over to Ashraf to talk about how this particular billing engine, an automated billing engine, is able to reduce the friction and provide the necessary revenue assurance. So the results, the outcomes of this billing engine.
Thank you very much. So, coming to the result after all this effort with the KSAP team and the senior team in the solution design and the implementation, it is very sensitive solution to consider all the perspective to ensure that the result is according our expectation as a customer and our company. So, in the first place, we need to give like a spotlight on the revenue. So increase the control on the revenue part that will ensure there is no leakage in the revenue. Make sure that the credit note up to acceptable level if we need to issue that or near to zero. So all of this information need also to be integrated to our financial system that need to, in terms of the efficiency. So if there is like a huge transaction for different customer, like a huge transaction in terms of the invoice creation, so people will not spend their time to enter all of that, and also it will be subject for error. So having this as an integrated solution will give us like very minimal chance for mistake. The operational part will focus only on the warehouse activity. They will not consider any maintaining calculation here and there, which is again subject for mistakes, subject for the revenue leakage. From our side, data visibility is very important, because once we have all this information, we can build a different visibility in terms of the revenue trends, in terms of the changes of the rates. Okay, so any change in the rates, it will be controlled by the authorized people. It will be subject for approval. Okay, previously there was no control of that. So if anyone changed the price, it will be again subject for losses. The efficiency, in terms of the efficiency, we are targeting to reach to 98% plus. That everything will be in the automated manner, in terms of it will be hosted in the system. So we will not maintain anything offline. Anything will be in the system itself for audit purpose also. The accuracy of the billing, focusing on the 100%. Okay, we are in the second month of operation for that, doing all this checking, cross-checking with all the department. So by having all these results, warehouse activity for us is a big revenue stream. So it needs to be in this careful manner when we implement it. So we are getting there in terms of the result, and we will continue for the coming month, showing all the result from our side to our management.
Yeah, I think with this we come to an end of our discussion, and thank you for everybody for your attention. And we are now open for any question and answer.